Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ayoola. If you're seeing my video for the very first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know your answers prayers. Thank you for always coming back. So today's video is another interesting video. I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Texas, and this is for my international students. Let's jump right into the video. You know I don't like wasting time when I'm talking to my international students. I don't. So today's video we'll be talking about things to avoid when going for your visa interview. So I mentioned in one of my videos, I'll link it up here. I mentioned the documents you need to take with you when going to your visa interview. If you've not seen that video, it's a very important video. You should check it out. I listed all the documents out that you'll be needing. But for me, I don't know. This is not cut in stone, like I like to say. This is me sharing my experience and what I have gathered since I became an international student from other people and just general knowledge, honestly. Things that I believe that people should know that they don't know, and some videos might not really explain it. So let's dive right into the video. When you're going for your interview, you already have a date set. I expect that you already printed out your confirmation letter. So this confirmation letter is the letter that confirms the date that you're coming for your interview, as well as your DS160 form. So for me, I think your DS160 form should be properly filled. It is like your biodata. It is like the form that tells people this is who you are without you opening your mouth to say anything. So you should take out time to make sure you properly fill your DS160 form. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a video on how to fill DS160 form because honestly speaking, I don't know. I don't know. Never say never, right? Just maybe I'll get to the point where I think I should like do a step by step on how to feed it. But for now, that's not like mine. That's not what I'm gunning for. So the next thing is when you are going for your interview, first things first, please. I did a lot of mock interviews, but I stopped doing mock interview the week of my interview. Like I just stopped doing it. If you think you're not well prepared and you still want to keep on doing your interviews, then fine. But I don't think you should stress your brain a day or two to your interview. I believe that you should be well rested. So, to avoid looking exhausted, because even when you do makeup, you prep, you look good. I think for my makeup, you can tell that I'm even already stressed because this is like night, and that's why there's shadow everywhere. It's like late in the night. So even under this makeup, it is obvious that I have stressed myself, you get. So you don't want a situation whereby yes, you're trying to use makeup to cover it all up, but you're very stressed because mentally your brain is working, your brain is active, every sense in your body is very much active because of what you are going for. Anybody that's gone for a US visa interview will tell you this thing. No matter how much you prepare, you see that thing behind your head that keeps telling you you should do more, you should do more. For the first time, don't listen to it. So these are the things I think you should avoid. You should be well rested. You should have your documents intact. Don't be like me. I had all my documents intact. In fact, I checked it the day before. In fact, I checked it the day I was going for the interview. But on all this, I still forgot the printout of my exams. I forgot the printout of my TOEFL exam. I forgot the printout of my GRE exam. And unfortunately for me, I was asked if I wrote those exams. I realized I forgot them and I almost went back home to get them. And you can't go with your phone, you can't go with your handbags. So, and if you want to keep it with somebody around the place they are doing interview, there are usually people around, people that do printing. It's not safe except you like personally know the person or you have somebody from your house that is willing to wait for you until the interview run its course and you're able to come out. But in when you're trying to enter into the embassy, you don't go with your phones. So there I was thinking, one next, what do I do? I've forgotten this results at home. What if they ask me? And the truth is they asked me, but rather than me saying, oh, I wanted to say I didn't do the exam, but I just knew that I did this thing. In fact, I suffered to do this exam. So I just told her, yeah, I did the exam. I got this so confidently. And for some reason, the Holy Spirit helped and she actually believed me. My VO believed me. I think I made a mistake. Let's rewind this video a bit. The first thing first, because I am a believer, and this is like my legit advice to anybody. When your visa interview is closed, before you rest, before you stop doing your mock interview, commit your ways into the hands of the Lord. Pray ahead of time. Pray, dear. Pray in your mind. Pray till you are tired of praying. Then pray again. Let's just say this before anything else. And now, as I said, even when you forget documents, especially if it's a document that you can do without, like mine was just my results, which I had other things to back up my claims. So I was good. If you forget things like that, I think you should just don't bother about it. Because if you bother about it, it will disorient every other thing you are going for. So another thing is be confident, but don't be overly confident. Don't be overconfident that it now turns to arrogance or I don't know, desperation. Like there's a thin line between confidence and rude. There's a thin line between confidence and doing too much. So when you're going for your interview, I think you're already prepared enough. I believe, let me say, I believe you're already prepared enough. So please try not to be overconfident. Try to just be confident. Just be confidence. That is enough. You don't need to try to prove too much. So a lot of the people that are your VOs as psychologists, they can read your body language. They can tell when you are trying to do, I don't really care about this thing. And they can tell when you're trying to, please, if you don't give me this thing, I'm gonna die. Like they can tell, like you can sense it from people. So I urge you not to be overly confident. At the same time, don't downplay your potentials. Be confident, don't be overly confident, and don't be desperate. Don't At least don't look too desperate. Next thing is, please don't go with fake documents. These things are not just, aside the fact that you probably not be given the visa, you might be banned for years, and I'm sure that's not what you want. Don't go with a fake statement of accounts. Don't go with don't. Like, no. Even if people say I do and I got away with it, it does. You are not people. People is not you. You is not people. You should not do that. Jokes aside, don't go with a tampered statement of account. If your and make sure that the name on your statement of account correlates with the name of like the person that you claim is funding you. Don't say Mr. A is funding me and you're going with Mr. B's statement of account. Make sure the name correlates. It only makes sense that the names correlate. Moving on, please, please, and please go there early. See, if they say your interview is by 1 o'clock, brethren, my brethren in the Lord, be in that place by 8 a.m. when the embassy is opening. They don't usually like go by the time, like they don't say people that are supposed to be for 10 a.m. You people should come in now. Those for 1 p.m. wait behind. Nah, that's not what happens there. That place is like a whole marketplace. You need to go early. I don't know. It's not like a thing. People go late and they get favored. But I believe if you go later than you should, you probably meet a crowd, a whole tsunami, like a whole bunch of people surrounded in. I'm trying not to like joke about this, but at the same time, just to make you know that it's serious, yeah? Go early. Try your best to go early. Don't say my time is by 12 p.m. I'm going to leave the house by 11. What if traffic happens? What if something happens on the road? There are a lot of what ifs that you can avoid when you are actually at that place, at the embassy before time. So please, and it also gives you a calm. When you see other people on the queue, it gives you'll be scared at first, then eventually you ease into the fact that I am here. You have time to breathe. But when you go late, if there is anything wrong, if probably your passport, you didn't snap the right size of passport, you can easily go and snap it and come back and you still be in good time. But if you come there late, then you have to go and snap passport. Automatically, you are disoriented. Like everything happening there will just scatter in your head. So please give yourself time. And this leads me to that passport size. There is a particular type of passport. I'll put the dimension. I don't know it right now in my head. I'll put the dimension of the passport you're supposed to snap. The woman before me, she, her child, and her mother-in-law were going for this interview, and they were directly in front of me. And unfortunately, they snapped the regular Nigerian passport size, which is this very little one. The passport you're supposed to use, like the passport photograph you're supposed to use, is a bigger passport. They have this specification. I don't know how they missed it, but it happened to people and I saw it. So please avoid it. Snap the right size of passport. It will help you because they won't even allow you enter. Once their security is there, they already check. If you don't have the right size of passport, they tell you to go back. And going back can be very disorienting. But if it happens to you eventually for whatever reason, don't worry. It doesn't mean your day would not still go well. Another thing people tend to overlook is outfit. So I'm not saying wear suits. That idea that because you are going for to the embassy, you must wear suit, you must wear a pant and a trouser, I'm sorry, a pant and a shirt and all that is honestly just fallacy. And when I went to the embassy, I saw people wear casual, just round neck and jean, and they were good. So I know that this dress the way you want to be addressed is very important. And in as much as people are telling you to dress comfortably, it's okay to add a little bit of class to your outfit. It won't kill you. You have so many in your closet. What exactly are you saving those outfits for? So for me, I wore this white jumpsuit and I know that I looked different amongst the people there. It was a corporate jumpsuit, but it was just nice. It was not a lot going on, but at the same time, just made me stand out on my own. Like that's how I felt. Well, maybe because I was just having confidence in myself. But that's how I felt. To the extent that the security that was checking my passport told me, you look really good. See, from there, my confidence just rise, and I was just happy the way she said, "Wow, I love your outfit. You look good." That gave me this sense of, "Wow, you look good." So, if your native makes you look good, then you should please put on your native. But at the same time, wear something very comfortable. Don't take your comfort. Don't downplay your comfort. It is too important because you don't want to wear shoes that are hurting your legs. You don't want to wear wigs that are uncomfortable. You don't want to wear shirts that you normally would not wear, and now you are too self-conscious to even concentrate on what is happening in front of you. You get me? So please be comfortable. Avoid these things. These are the little things that can contribute to your rejection because once your confidence is being trashed or is being crashed down at any of these points, it tends to to affect the overall outcome of the interview. So if you're going to the Abuja embassy, you probably have time to sit there, like stops where you can sit down during the whole movement around before you finally get to the front of the VU. Just relax. At that point, even when you're seeing people coming out with a blue paper, a pink paper, like I said, just keep telling yourself, even if the whole world is falling on my right and on my left, it would not come to me. Make sure you activate your faith, your hope, and your joy. Activate it. It is too important. Before you even finally see the result, it is too important. Another thing is when you are answering your questions with the view, I believe in talking confidently, but at the same time, I don't believe in rushing words. I don't believe in talking too fast. So I coached a couple of people, so I coached like a few persons on their interviews, and I noticed that some people, you take talking fast for talking confidently. No, it is okay to take your words, say it confident, like you're having a conversation. Nobody's chasing you. Take your time, articulate your words properly, and just talk. And you don't have to phonetize things. You don't have to have an accent to talk to a VU. Yes, they are white, but they understand the fact that you are Nigerian, you are Ghanaian, you are South Sudan, you are from like any African country, you need to articulate your words. Speak your English the way you will speak your English on a normal day. You don't need to have an accent to talk to a VO. You don't need to practice to have an accent to talk to a VO. It is not a necessity. These are things you should avoid. The time you are using to practice an accent, you can use it to practice your story, your story that you're about to tell the VO. And again, answer only what you are asked. don't answer don't say what they did not ask you. If they ask you where are you going to, simply answer where you are going to. A couple of explanation on, oh, I'm going here to do this is enough. You don't need to say, oh, I'm going there because I found out that the place is so. No, this is not a story time. This is a question and answer. Answer smartly, but at the same time, don't bore me. And just remember that there is a long queue outside, so they don't have all day to listen to what you have to say. So say what you have to say as fast as possible and move on. You don't necessarily have to read a textbook for somebody to get you. Another thing is, please say the right things first. Avoid saying the stories before the main point. If you have a main point to pass across, please say the main point first before you start your story. So if I'm going to tell you who is sponsoring me, oh, my uncle is the one sponsoring me, he's into this and this, he earns this amount yearly, and he has been sponsoring me for a while now. Whatever the storyline may be for you, just say it like that. You don't necessarily that. So my uncle, he has 4 children. He has been training 4 children in the UK, in Canada, in this is not a bedtime story. Avoid talking too much. Avoid saying things you are not supposed to say. Avoid not answering questions that they ask you while answering everything else. Then lastly, I just want to say know where you are going to. So I met a man in front of me and he was going to visit his son and they asked him where is he going to, and I don't know, I somehow blamed the son. I think I've said this before in one of my videos. Like Baba could not really articulate what he was going to. He was legit going to visit his son, but he couldn't articulate it to the viewer, and the viewer was like, I'm sorry, I can't approve your visa at this point. So at least have a good knowledge of where you are going to. Have a good knowledge about your sponsorship. Come with the right documents. And even when things like forgetting something little is in the mix, don't be disoriented. And even if it means going back to get your documents, don't worry. Just pray about it and be confident. If you can avoid these things, I think you have a very good chance. Avoid these things and do these other things I said you should do, including prayers. I think you have a very good chance of getting your visa approved. I wish you a very good journey in this visa interview thing. I know it's not easy, but I pray that the Lord goes with you. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned one or two things. Let me know in the comment section if you find this interesting. And if there anything you want me to like touch on, please let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to get around to those topics. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please share this video to everyone you know that has an interview. They might find this helpful. Please don't forget to do that. I love you all, and I will definitely see you all in my next video. Take care, and congratulations again because I'm sure you got your visa approved. See you next time.